by Barbara from 49 Dragonflies and Louisa. It's time for Defemember. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. I want to try a new technique on how I'm going to bind my signature into my book cover. It kind of gives you a design on the spine. So I made my cover the same way as Barbara makes hers with the paper bag. This is the inside cover, and this is my cover. So it looks like that. So what I want to do is, like I said, it's going to give you a decorative thing into your spine. I have my book cover all done, and then I have my 4 signatures that I've done. Spine that I'm going to be doing, or the book binding I'm doing, is inspired by Dragonov from Sasebo. The way she makes hers is she only uses 2 signatures, and the spine is about 1 inch to ½ inch, or maybe 1.5 inch to maybe 2 inches, but it's always 2 signatures. And so this is what hers, one of the type that she's got. This is one of the look. She has other ones. I will leave her link below in the description if you guys are interested in watching that. But this is what hers would look like. And since I have 4 signatures, I had to kind of modify it to the way I wanted. I wanted to see if it would work out. So if I were to do 4 signatures, I could have one that would look like this. Not crazy about it, so I changed it, and mine is going to look like this. So what I have is, I try to have my the holes for the signatures, I try to space them out evenly, and you have to have an even number. That's really important, that it has to be an even number. So with this one, I have 6 holes. And as you can see, this is my 3-inch spine. And the height on this is about 8 3/4 inches, which is about approximately 22.5 centimeters. And I just try to make it easy for me. And I used a graph paper to kind of lay out my spine plan. So here's the signatures I have. And this is what it would look like on the spine of your cover, like this. So I made this easy for you. So let's talk about measurement. And so in case you guys are wanting to do the same spine, or not the same spine, I guess the same binding as me, let me tell you guys what my measurement is for my book cover. My cover is 15 3/4 is the width, and the height is 9 1/4 inches. So what I just wanted to do was to take a letter size paper, which is 8.5 by 11. You fold it in half, and that is the height right there. But my signatures, instead of just having the width of 4 7/5, is that? No, 5 1/4. Mine, I changed it to 6 inches wide because I want it to be a little bit bigger. So this is what my signature looks like with a 3 inches spine. So when I sew this, it's going to be like this. And as you can see, on each side, I have about 1 inch kind of room for the journal to grow, and maybe I can add some tabs if I wanted to, and it's not going to be peeking out of the book. So that's the idea that I have. So the signature is 6 is the longest width that I have, and then the tallest height that I have is going to be the 8 3/4 inches, because I want at least a 1/4 inch on the top and the bottom for spacing. I kind of like that look. So with this, the first page of this I'm showing you guys is basically what it looks like, how many squares you need to count on this one. Oh, I do want to point out, I realized when I was trying to work this through, my signatures, my paper is a little bit shorter than what I have here, which is 8 and 3/4. And so when I line it up, you see how it's a bit long. So I need to take out 1 square at the top and 1 square at the bottom. So when you guys are doing your measurement, instead of counting 4, you're just going to count 3 to the top and the bottom. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. And the only reason why I'm doing this is, like I said, I cut my signature a little bit shorter. Even if it's the half of the paper, as you can see, it's probably wise to just go ahead and do 3 instead of 4. Okay, so let me place this again, and you guys can do a screenshot, a new screenshot of it that I changed it to 3. So the second page that I have for you, it's going to be, so with this book binding, you are going to sew in your signature with the first and the third signature, and then the second time you're going to sew is going to be using your second and fourth signature. So you want to line up your signature into the position that you want. So mine is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would take my first and my third, put them together. That means when I'm sewing, this is what I'm doing. And then this is the second and the fourth. The second and the fourth. So I'm putting that, so I know that's how I'm sewing these together. So whether you're doing the first and the third signature or the second and the fourth, the process is the same. This is what we would have to do. I think this will help you guys when we are going through on how we're binding it. It's going to be easier for you guys to understand if you guys are looking at it. So go ahead and take a screenshot. So as you can see with this one, the red marking, meaning it's going to be inside your signature when you are working on it. So all of these is going to be the inside. Then the black number is going to be the outside, which would be on the front cover of your journal. So this is where you would be, what you would be looking at. And I forgot to mention, Dragona, she had this name as the Cat's Cradle book binding. So I'm gonna go with that. And I made my template so I can punch holes into my signature. And then I also made my template, this one, for the book cover, like this. So the way I'm gonna figure out, I think the most difficult one is gonna be this one. So with this one, the way I'm gonna figure this out is I need to find the center of my journal, and I'm gonna use some clip. So I'm just gonna try to like that. I mean, it's approximate and it's fine. It's not going to be exact, of course. There we go. So approximate that's the center, and I can even check to see where we're at. Oh yeah. So what I want to do is just line this up to here. It's not going to be exact science, but it's going to be approximate. So with this one, remember with mine, I need to figure out if this was my spine, I need to make sure my holes line up. So I need to figure out from here where they're going to fall, where I'm placing this. So I know it would have been a lot easier if I just made a new one, but that's just a lot of work. So I'm going to make do with what I can. See, so I can't do that because that's too much gap. So do I need to increase this to here? Maybe. Yes. So with this template that I have, I know I need to put it somewhere along where my sewing is. So I'm just going to place it here. And I think it's pretty center, right? I say so. Okay, I'm not going to make it too complicated. So now what I need to do is I need to punch a hole. So I'm just going to take my awl and then start punching. And so now I am just going to punch. And I'm going to do that off camera. And that way this video is not so long. So go ahead and get your book cover ready. And then the signature itself is going to be pretty easy. I'm sure you guys are aware of how you would do this. But just in case, it's important to always measure where the top is, so you always know how to line up your paper. So all I do is I'm going to take my template and I can clip it, and then you can punch your hole this way. I have all my holes done. Here's the cover. And now I have, this is my first signature and my third. I have them separated, and then this is my second, and this is my fourth. Those are all ready. And now what we need to do is I'm gonna go with this color to bind my journal. And what we're gonna need is about like 5 length of whatever your cover is for the height. 2, 3, 4, oops, and 5. I think that's plenty. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a try for the first one. I have my needle and thread ready. So now let's just get our cheat sheet. And the first one we're doing is going to be the third hole of our first signature. So as you can see, that one is red. That means we're going inside the signature. This is my first one. And I just added my template here just so it's easier for me to kind of pinpoint as to where the third hole is. So which is somewhere around here. Right here. And it's going out the signature. And now we're going to find a third hole on our cover, which is here. And we are going to make sure we don't have a knot here. And then we're just going to keep pulling. And we need to leave, I'm going to leave this much so we can tie it later, or I might need it longer. And I'm just going to use my clip here to kind of secure it so it doesn't come out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that should be good. So now we're out here on our cover. So now we are looking for number 2, which means number 2 is black, which is from the outside of our journal cover. And we are going to do the third signature. So when you're looking at this, you have, this is your first, and I can see the hole on the second here, and then the third. So we're going to go with the last one on the third. So it's going to come out right here. Like this. And so you're going to have on the cover, it's going to look like that. Okay. So now I'm going to, and it's okay if it's loose for right now. We're going to take our third signature and we are going to do the the last hole right here of our third signature. We're going to pull. Now the other thing about this, as you can see, when you guys do this, you'll never go back to the same hole at all. If you do, that means you've done something wrong. So you're only going to go through the holes one. Unlike the other type of binding, you know, you have to go on some of them twice. So now we're on the inside. We're on number 2. So now number 3 is basically you're going to go up to the next hole on your third signature. That's why there's a red line in there indicating you're going to have your thread showing on this line. So with this one, here's the next hole. And then you just pull. And we are doing the third hole on our inside of our cover right here. Okay, you have that. Now we are on the outside. So it looks like that. And this is the third. So now we need to find where the fourth is. And the fourth is going to be above the first one we did. So it's going to go over here. So we're going to take our thread and we are going to do this hole right here. And that takes you to the first. Oops. Let's see. I need to move this. And we're going on the first signature. And we are going to go inside. Let's see. Where is it? Sometimes. Getting a hard time here. I don't know if it's big enough. Let's try that one here. There we go. So now, here's the fourth. Then you're going to go up for number 5, still on the first signature. So we do this, like that. We're doing the first on the first signature, the first hole on the first signature. And you pull this out on the cover, and this is where we're at. So now you're on the 5. So now we need to find 6. So the 6 is on the third signature, which is going to be right here. As you can see, you're making a line like this. See that? So we're going to put it in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're on the third, as you can see. And we're gonna put that aside. And that's what it looks like right now. Okay. So now we're gonna do the third one here. And I guess I didn't make my holes bigger. There it is. Okay, so now we are on the 6. So now we're gonna go up. We're on the 6, so we're gonna go up to the 7. So now we are out over here. Oh yeah, here. So now this is where it gets interesting, because now we're on the 7th, and now we need to find the 8th. The 8th is going to be on the first signature, is going to be here. So we're going to cross here. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and make these tight, because we're going to have to loop this thread onto those. So what we're going to do is take the first signature, and we're just going to start making it tight. Okay, I think I got it pretty tight, and what I ended up doing is I actually paper clip onto the cover to make it easier. And if you have this diagram, I think it's easy as to when you're trying to pull to try to make it tight. This kind of helps you go, okay, it's on the third signature, so I need to pull that. So make sure you guys do one of these. So we are on number, we're out over here. What number are we on? I think this was 7. So now what we need to do is we need to find 8, which is on the first signature, and we're looking at the last hole right here. So like I said, as you can see, it's supposed to go this way. What I want to do is, instead of going straight like this, we are going to weave it. So you can either go over or under, whichever you want to start. I'm going to go over this first one, and then I'm going to go under here, and then it's going to go over on this last one. So it's going to look like this, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first signature on the last hole. And then we're going to do it here. There it is. Then we are going to number 9. We're going to go up here. Right here. So I'm coming out like this, and then I'm going to go through the cover. Like this. So now we're over here. So now we're going to find number 10, which is right here. So it's the third signature and it's the second hole. So it's basically going to be up here. So this is right here. We got 1 and then 2. So we're going here. Again, the way I want it is I'm going over and then under. So with this one, I want over and then under, or do I want the opposite? Let me see what that would look like. Would it matter? I'm not sure. So it just kind of helps. I think it's going to hold on to your thread. That's why we're doing the weaving. Do I want it to be uniform or opposite? Does it matter? I've never done this before, so I don't know. We'll just do it that way. We'll do opposite. So now I'm going to go over here. And it is a lot easier if I didn't have to film, I think. So, and also doing the cover first and then doing the signature. It just makes it easier. And then we're going to go. I'm questioning about this thread. Hopefully we do have enough. Okay. Now we are on 10, so 11 is going to go over here. We're going up. And it does help, really, if you guys can clip your pages together like this. There it is. And then, of course, the last one we're going to have is going to be first signature, the third, which is 12, right here. So it's going to take us back to our first signature. And we are going, this time, I'm going over and then under. And then over. And here's the hole we need to be at. And we're going to go through the signature. Okay, let me see if I can't seem to see this. Okay, I already can tell this is not tight, so we'll have to fix that. So as you can see, we are back up to our first signature, and here's our starting point, and now you're supposed to go ahead and tie it. But I don't want to do that yet because I need to tighten up what I just worked on. But just to recap what it looks like, the inside, as you can see, I know it's kind of hard because it's brown, what the signature looks like. You got a line here, and a line here on both of the signatures, except this one we haven't tied that one yet. And then the spine looks like that, which I think is really pretty, which is not done. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. So this is what our signature looks like with the first and third signature. So now I'm going to clip this together. Maybe, and then this one too, just so I know I'm not using those. So now we're going to do signature 2 and 4. So here's my signature. It's going to go on this one, and then this one is going to go on the last one here. So let's start. I think the 5 length was plenty. So I have my needle and thread ready for the second and fourth signature. And you're just going to do the same process as what we did on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. In case the instruction was a little bit difficult with trying to show you guys exactly on the signature, let's try to do it with just a cardboard so you guys can kind of understand the process. It is a lot easier than what you think. It's just that when I'm showing it to you guys on the video, it makes it difficult for me. So let's do it this way. So here we are, signature 1, signature 3, and we're starting up on number 1, going from the inside. So we're going to go the inside, and then we are going to do number 2, which is on signature 3 on the last hole. Like this, and then 3 is going to go to 4. I mean, we're on 2, so we're going to go on 3 here, like this. And then on the 4, as you can see when you're looking at this, you're just trying to make a straight line right here. So you know you need to go over here, like that. And then 5, you're going to go up like this. Oops. And then on the 5th, as you can see, we're needing to go here, right? And then you're going to go up again. And now we are going to go this way, which we were doing the under and over situation here, like this. You go, which is number 8, and then 9, you're just going to go up on the same signature like this. Oops, let me fix my thread. Like this. And once you're here, again, you know you're just lining up like that. So we're going under, over, and then under. And then you're going here, which is number 10 on the 3rd signature. I guess if I marked, this is 1, and then this is the 3rd signature. Like this. So when you're on the inside, as you can see, you need to form a line. So you're going to go here, which is number 11, like this. And then you just need to cross again. So this time you're going over, under, over. I'm just putting my needles like this. And then I'm going to do the last hole like this. And then you tie this together. That is it. So your signature would look like this. And then the outside is like this. So hopefully that was a lot easier. Okay, I want to show you guys on what you need to do for signature 2 and 4, because it does get a little bit complicated because you do have to weave it. I'm using a different color so you guys could easily see what we're doing. So what we're going to do is, this is signature 2 and 4, and we are going to start on the third hole as number 1 from the inside. And then from the outside, here's signature 4. We are going to go, as you can see, we're supposed to go over here. But when we line up our thread, it's going to go like this. So you're going to have to figure out, based on this part here, you see how you went over? So you can go ahead and go under and then over on the next one. Like that. And then you put it on the last hole on signature 4. It comes out this way. Then this is number 3. Like this. And then again, when you go here, as you can see, you're going to have to weave. And you're just looking at, you know, the one that's closer to it. So it looks like that's over. So you're going to need to go under. Under, over. So you go under, over, and then under. And just push your needle. And they're like this, and then you're going to put it on the second hole on signature 2. Like that. Then once you're in the inside on signature 2, you're going up. Which is, this is 5. Then you look here on the outside, you're gonna put it right here. As you can see, we're gonna go over and then under. So you're just doing this line to see which one of these you're going to be hitting. So you kind of know where you need to weave your needle. So I'm going over and then under. And then we go here. Like this. Signature 4. We're going, this is number 7. Right here. And then now when you hit 7, you're gonna have to go down to signature 2 at the very bottom like this. So with this one, you can do whatever you want. So we're gonna go over. Well, according to this one, we need to go under. Oops. So we're going under and then over and then, wait, which one are we hitting? We're right here. So we're hitting all of these threads. So we're gonna go under, over, under. You need a bigger thread. And then I'm going over this one, and then we're going under on the last one, like this. Like this. And then you just need to put in here. So it's pretty tight there, like this. So now we're back on signature 2, and we're going over here, which is number 9, right here. Going this way. And then we are gonna go over like this to this hole. So with this one, because this is under, we're gonna go over, under, over, under, over, and then under. This is number 10. So now it looks like this. Okay, and then on this one, we're doing number 11. And we are, number 12 is right here, is the last hole. And so we're gonna go, pretty much all our thread is gonna go. So this one we wanna go, because of this, see how the brown is over? So we're gonna go under, under, over, under, over, under. And I think that is it. We're gonna put it right here on the last hole. And get your stuff tight, and then you can move your thread a little bit. And you tie this off. So here it is, what it looks like with 2 different colors. It's kind of neat. So with this one, I am going to put this page 2 and the page 1 into my Facebook group. It's called BellaSunshyn's Journal Creation. I will leave the link in the description below. If in case you guys can't do the screenshot, you guys can just grab the picture in there and print it. So this is page 2. I'll give you guys a chance to screenshot if you can. And then this is page 1. And I did add my notes in there, so that way I remember, you know, what I need and stuff for the next time that I do this, and keep all my stuff together. Let me show you guys my journal. This is what I have, and this is what my spine looks like. And as you can see, some of my thread are kind of close together. I can just kind of move that. Now later I might end up maybe doing some what do you call it, matte medium to kind of hold my thread in place. Mine is a little loose, but it's not too bad. I'm not going to redo it. I'm not a very good I'm not good at sewing this thing pretty tight, but it's going to be okay. So let me show you guys what it looks like from a top. Let's see if you guys can see that. So as you can see, I have that extra in there because with this, it is going to get bulkier as I work on it. And then it's going to push out because it's going to create that spine. And so there's going to be plenty of room for it to grow. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my closure yet. I might have to do that at the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and work on the decoration of the front, and then I'm going to add some belly bands, some tuck spots, and some pockets in the journal. And next week I'll do a flip through of my Defemember journal before I start it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comment, leave a message below. Message or comment, whatever. Until next time, happy crafting.